High within the dense Congo rainforest where sunlight filters. Through endless green layers, a quiet hollow shelters a fragile beginning, a smooth white egg resting gently on soft wood shavings. The parent parrots move carefully, adjusting and warming the egg, their presence steady and protective as distant jungle sounds echo softly around them. Time passes in calm silence until the shell begins to tremble, a faint crack forming as life inside pushes outward with growing strength. A tiny wet beak pierces through, and with a final effort, Coco emerges, fragile, featherless, and breathing for the very first time in the dim hollow. The newborn wiggles weakly as the parent gently cleans and shelters it beneath warm gray feathers, creating safety in a world filled with danger. Hunger quickly takes over, and the parents begin feeding Coco's softened palm nut pulp, delivering nourishment directly into the eager open beak. With each feeding, Coco grows stronger, swallowing rhythmically as the small body begins its rapid transformation. Soft down appears, followed by stronger feathers, as the once fragile chick becomes more active and aware of its surroundings. But the forest does not stay quiet. A massive monitor lizard climbs the tree, its claws gripping bark as it moves steadily toward the nest with deadly intent. The parents react instantly, unleashing sharp alarm calls before diving aggressively at the predator. Powerful beak strikes land repeatedly, forcing the lizard to recoil as the battle intensifies along the trunk. The heavy reptile thrashes violently, but the relentless defense drives it off balance until it finally falls away from the tree. Peace returns, and Coco remains safe, trembling but protected as the parents stand guard at the hollow entrance. Time moves forward, and Coco grows into a stronger juvenile, feathers now forming into smooth gray layers. Curiosity awakens as Coco observes the vast forest beyond the hollow, learning to climb, grip, and test its growing strength. With careful practice, Coco begins cracking seeds with its powerful beak, developing one of the most essential survival skills. But danger returns once again. A deadly green mamba slithers silently toward the nest, its bright scales shimmering as it approaches with terrifying precision. Coco retreats into the shadows, frozen with fear as the venomous predator enters the hollow. In a flash, the parent strikes like lightning, grabbing the snake before it can strike. The battle erupts as the serpent coils violently. Coco survives again, now stronger, more aware, shaped by every danger faced. Rain falls heavily across the forest, but inside the hollow, Coco remains safe, listening to the soothing rhythm of the storm. Time passes, and Coco grows into a fully feathered young parrot, its smooth gray body and bright red tail glowing in the sunlight. But what sets Coco apart is not just strength, it is intelligence. The young parrot begins to mimic the sounds of the jungle, perfectly copying monkeys, insects, and distant bird calls with astonishing precision. Each sound becomes a skill, each imitation a sign of growing cognitive power that will define survival in a complex world. Standing at the edge of the hollow, Coco prepares for the most important step of its life. With courage, it leaps into the open air. For a moment, it falls, wings beating wildly, before catching the wind and stabilizing its flight. The forest opens beneath as Coco glides forward, guided closely by its parents flying alongside. With each movement, control improves, and the once fragile chick becomes a confident flyer within the dense canopy. Now independent, Coco explores the forest floor, searching through leaves and soil for hidden seeds and food. With precision, it cracks open a hard seed, enjoying the reward of its own successful foraging. But survival is never guaranteed. A massive hawk dives from the sky, targeting Coco with terrifying speed. In an instant, the parent intercepts, colliding midair with the predator to protect the young bird. The battle explodes into motion as wings clash and claws strike, the forest echoing with intense calls. parent forces the hawk backward, driving it away from the territory and ensuring Coco's survival once again. Silence returns as Coco rises safely into the canopy, now fully aware of the dangers of the sky. Time passes, and the young parrot transforms into a magnificent adult, intelligent, powerful, and perfectly adapted to its environment. Perched high above the forest, Coco surveys the endless green world, its sharp eyes reflecting the complexity of life below. The forest glows under golden light as the moment settles on a truly remarkable creature. From a fragile egg hidden deep within a hollow tree to a brilliant and intelligent master of the rainforest, the journey of Coco is complete, and in the endless jungle where mind and instinct define survival, its story continues.